In Africa, you can find many types of animals. These animals include stately elephants, beautiful giraffes, strong lions, and swift cheetahs. Africa is a particularly remarkable continent for those who love animals because of its different ecosystems, which serve as a home for a vast range of species. Some of animals are predators, and some are prey. Predator animals are known for their hunting skills and ability to capture their prey, while prey animals have evolved various defense mechanisms to avoid being hunted. This dynamic relationship between predator and prey is essential for maintaining the balance of ecosystems and ensuring the survival of different species. This place is ruled by a majestic, powerful lion. His golden mane shines under the sun, radiating his dominance over the vast savanna. Every muscle in his body is honed to perfection, allowing him to swiftly pounce on unsuspecting prey and secure his place as the king of animals. Welcome to Merlin. In this video, we will watch top 15 moments of predator vs prey battle. Before we start the video, please press the like button and subscribe the channel if you are new here. Lions, the lords of savannah. They are adept hunters. But if the lion is unable to handle its prey alone, the pride steps in. Together they are able to separate a young female buffalo from her calf, while one lioness diverts attention and the other charges. It was over in a short time. When lions work together, they can defeat any animals as large as an elephant or a giraffe. However, wildebeest is the lion's preferred food. These animals are not very large, so the lioness can take care of it by herself. Serengeti National Park is home to a large population of wildebeest, as some of them are carrying nursing cubs. For predators, they make an easy meal, and one of the cubs are already under civilians. A female wildebeest noticed a hungry lioness. She immediately ran away and left her baby behind. With her prey, the lioness left alone. But amazingly, the lioness decides to not devour the calf for some reason. The newborn calf misidentifies her as its mother and does not perceive her as a threat. The lioness apparently senses this and decides to leave the calf alone. All living things must face great hardship in the Kalahari Desert. The locals must find a way to adjust the lack of food in this area. Extremely uncommon grasshopper can be found in Kalahari. Grasshopper with armor from Africa. They love meat, but unfortunately, they are incapable of flying or jumping. Red-billed weavers' nests are nearby and can be found on the trees. They recently had chicks, and because they are starving, the parents must leave the nest and get food for the young. But it's not only chicks are hungry in that area. The defenseless chicks were being approached by a swarm of hungry grasshoppers. They expertly climb up the tree's trunk. When Weaver realized the chicks were in danger, she hurried to their defense. The bird attacks with great force. The grasshopper is not as straightforward. It has a hard shell covered in spikes. This effectively shields it from such assaults. Additionally, the grasshopper possesses a hidden weapon. It squirts its deadly substance out of the opening in its exoskeleton. Himalayan blood poured into the bird's eyes. Despite being perplexed, the weaver strikes with greater force. The grasshopper is still alive after attempting to fall from a considerable height. However, the stench of his blood draws the other grasshoppers. It doesn't matter what they will get for dinner. Grasshopper eats their injured one. The weaver is horrified as she observes the event take place. The lion frequently pursues and kills bothersome hyenas. These creatures have a nasty reputation. Hyenas are known for their cunning nature and their ability to outsmart other predators. They often rely on their superior numbers and teamwork to intimidate and overpower the opponents. However, despite their reputation, lions remain the ultimate rulers of savanna, effortlessly asserting their dominance over these bothersome hyenas. This young male lion is scouting the area, and he had quite a distance from his pride. Before being a victim and falling into a trap, more than 15 hyenas started to encircle the lion. This is the first time the king of beasts has seen something like this, and he is perplexed. Hyenas are approaching, and the trap is closing. The lion's eyes reflect his fear and hopelessness. His brother unexpectedly approaches the sound of the battle. The crowdly hyenas are fled after seeing that the lineman was no longer in the crawling position. The lion is saved, but he will keep in mind this lesson for a very long time. There is an unusual bird called secretary. The secretary birds hunt on the ground, in contrast to other raptors that attack animals from the air. Despite having the ability to fly, but they prefer to walk. In savanna of Africa, this bird can travel up to 30 kilometers each day. This fairly large bird can reach a maximum length of 155 cm at a weight of 4 kilograms, with almost 2 meters of wingspan. The secretary bird can spend a lot of time searching for food in savanna. It has exceptional vision and an odd gastronomic addiction. Snakes are the perfect meal of the secretary bird. The bird notices the victim and starts kick violently. Its strike changes into a kind of dance. Due to the secretary's formidable claws on his feet, these blows are incredibly effective. These birds feed on rodents as well. as it has a powerful beak that may fracture the victim's spine with a single strike. All other birds cannot hunt in this manner. As secretary birds love to have children, they find partner for themselves. They stay together and travel as a group, only sometimes relocating apart. Being paired make hunting easier, as though they would not have managed to catch a cunning rabbit otherwise. On the top of little trees with flat crowns, secretary birds construct their nest. They gather grass and branches and take them to the tree. The female can only lay 3 eggs at a time. The largest mammal on the land is the African elephant. It's impressive to see 5 tons and 4 meters tall monster. Despite the fact these animals are peaceful, but it is best to avoid bothering them. They belong to Africa, so their path may occasionally cross. And the rhinos are different monsters. The large white rhino weight can be up to 3 tons. Rhinos are more hostile. So how the joint collision between two entities happen in nature? The elephant displays his repertoire of stunts. However, the elephant was offended and threw the stick away because the rhino didn't respect it. No one engaged in combat, and a peaceful ending. Here, a herd of elephants and a rhino family came into contact. They will do everything to defend their cub. The elephants were scared of by their hardship. This time, in comparable circumstance, the elephant made it clear to the rhino who is the king. Another clip is highlighting the elephant's advantages. He almost knocked down the rhino with the force of his blows. The rhino responds by almost ramming its horn into the elephant's throat. The rhino escapes while the fight is still going on. Size does matter in this particular situation. The enormous herbivore, the hippo, it has a maximum mass of 4 tons. It only comes to land for it and spends the majority of its time in the water. This animal appears to be silent from the outside, but that's not the case. The hippos have a violent temperament and dislike when someone enters in its domain. The hippo was enraged when 3 lions unintentionally wandered into its domain. It can attack to crocodiles as well. Even the sharks should avoid swimming in its domain. Another African monster. The rhino appears somehow defenseless in the face of an angry hippo. You should not try to approach the hippo because they kill 500 people each year in Africa. It will very certainly attack on the safari. Hippos can swim, but if they want to move more quickly, they just run down their bottom. Even an aggressive animals can feel compassion. It frequently rescues other animals and humans from the grasp of crocodiles. The honey badger is the most bold, hostile and different mammal in the entire world. It had to overcome several obstacles in order to become so. The honey badger was named for his love of honey. African honeybees have exceptionally sharp teeth. To obtain the nectar, they had been working for months, and they will guard it. Despite receiving painful bee stings, the honey badger does not give up. The entire bitten content the honey badger passes the essential test of bee sting hardening. African and Asian honey badgers consume just about anything. This is a rock rat. It is a small and favorite meal of many carnivores, so it has picked up some skills. It hides itself under an isolated prickly bush. However, the honey badger saw it this time. The honey badgers get injured when the sharp tips of the blackthorn prickle its skin. But unlike many animals, it has a higher pain threshold. The rat was unlucky that the honey badger was out hunting it today. The honey badger passed the second test after taking a bite. Honey badger faced the pain from the blackthorn's pricks. The honey badger needs to learn how to face deadly bites. Therefore, it's time for rigorous testing. The scorpion is the ideal for this because its poison is not as potent as cobra. The scorpion burns the honey badger with each of its bites like a hot knife. It puts with everything, and in the consolation, it has its foot. Another test was successful. Now it's time for the toughest test. The conflict with the deadly African viper. The snake wanted to eat the mouse it had just caught. However, the honey badger grabbed the rodent and consumed it. Then it went after the snake directly. The honey badger attacked the snake's head and started eating it. But something unexpected happened. Nonetheless, the snake bit the honey badger, and its wound is larger and painful. It loses consciousness. It appears that the viper's prophecy of retribution has come true. But after 2 hours, the honey badger wakes up and starts to complete its work. Lions typically hunt in packs, but this female lion went out for hunting alone. It has been a while since she last attacked warthog when she was pregnant. But now it's the right time. The warthog can run up to 50 km per hour, while the lion can up to 80 km per hour. As a result, the prey is quickly caught by the female lion. But feeding the pride warthog isn't enough. She requires larger prey. Something like this buffalo. Many of lionesses from the pride sprang to action in order to attack the enormous prey. However, the buffalo firmly rejects them. The buffalo's power was waning, and it was unable to fend off the ensuing assault. The lionesses have become more confident. At once, all of them jump on buffalo and bite their prey. The buffalo suddenly stands up after using all of his remaining strength. The lionesses are startled and terrified. So they have to flee. Despite having injuries, the buffalo's spirit still had the upper hand. As a result, the lions remain hungry again. As it grows darker, the lions are growing more ravenous because they didn't eat enough today. They choose an elephant as their victim this time. They were willing to risk everything. Elephants are generally off limits to them. However, they decided to take a chance because things are tough and the pride is hungry. They succeeded in removing a young elephant from the herds. Ten more predators sprang into assault. Now the odds are in the lion's favor. There will be enough food for a very long time. The poor little elephant. But that's how difficult life is in the wilderness. That's all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, then please press the like button and subscribe the channel if you are new here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.